What went wrong?
Well, Murphy reared his ugly head and showed up at not only just the MNGOP convention, but also at the Democrat convention. And the voting devices, the electronics, failed at both conventions. And so immediately we had to create posters. Mike was right. And this is absolutely incredible. We should not be using electronics in our elections. This is why paper ballots are so important in every area of elections. And so there are questions that remain. For example, we were told that when we look at the party platform, it says they will support electronic voting if there are paper receipts. We have not seen any paper receipts so far yet from these machines. And so a lot of candidates are now questioning after the failure on Saturday. Even the Friday candidates are now asking, hey, was my election accurate? And so there are many delegates that are asking to see the receipts of their devices to confirm whether or not their vote was properly calculated. And what's interesting is that some of the devices would act, what was supposed to happen is the delegate would select the candidate or option that they wanted, and then it was supposed to come back and say submitted or received, and then it would have the number shown back as to what they voted. Well, we were seeing errors out there. We were seeing received without the vote coming back with a record. We were even seeing not, like not received or even just no acknowledgement. And so with over 2,000 folks on the floor and not all of them staying in the same spot, I wonder if there was network issues, if there was because people were leaving the floor and then coming back, if that was creating issues for the devices. So I asked the deputy chair, Donna Bergstrom, to take a look at the configuration of the devices to basically see, was there a time to live issue that was creating a problem for these clickers? Was there congestion on the main entrance door overloading that router potentially? So we need to look at the log files. It would really behoove the Republican Party to be transparent immediately, because here's the issue. The issue is that Tuesday at 5 p.m. is the deadline for all candidates to file to run in the primary. Now, Mike Lindell was honest up front that we were running as a campaign into the primary and stopping along the way to seek the endorsement of the GOP. However, there are people who signed the endorsement pledge and the abiding pledge that now raises questions as to whether or not they will abide by those pledges and or break them and then now file. And so there was a little bit of strategy on the convention floor as well, which was separate from the clickers. So when we look at the polling that was very viral last week, with Lindell being in the lead of all of the candidates in the Republican Party for the governor's race, but then with the Trump endorsement exploding with 20 to 30% additional support for Mike, this is absolutely incredible. And so when we were on the floor, Mike was in third. And at first, we were looking at, okay, let's just not help either one of the candidates to seek the endorsement. But then, after careful consideration, we had a decision to make. Do we allow our delegation, or not allow, but do we encourage our delegation to support either Lisa or Kendall Qualls? We decided at that point in time to encourage our delegates to go ahead and support Kendall. And so Lisa was in the lead, but then all of a sudden, with our support and the delegates, boom, all of a sudden now Kendall goes into the lead, and then the clickers fail. And this was absolutely incredible. And we were seeing different vote totals throughout the day on Friday and Saturday. And these weren't just minor vote totals. They were like almost 0.25% of the entire delegation.